Hey guys, what is going on? Payne here once again, and welcome back to another episode of my PSG career. It's been a while, I know last week I didn't upload any, but I was concentrating on getting the last couple of episodes of my third season with Swansea out for you guys, and also my Man United career. But now that Swansea is done with, for the time being, I'm not too sure at the moment whether I'll return for a fourth season. But for the time being, I'm just going to be concentrating on United and PSG, maybe somewhere down the line. If I've got a bit of time remaining before FIFA 15 is released, then I'll probably do one more season with Swansea City. We'll just have to see how it goes. So what happened last time? Wow, the transfer window was open for the summer, obviously, because we're starting a new season. I was given a budget of just over 100, I think it was 112 million, somewhere around there. It's a lot of money anyway. And I was putting in offers left, right, centre for all these top players. And this is what this series was about. I know some of you that have tuned in maybe at a later stage in this series, and you're like, oh, you know, you can't be signing all these players. It's just totally unrealistic. Oh, I can't watch it. Screw this. But with this series with PSG, I aimed to let loose and just have some fun with career modes. The money was there. Might as well spend it, you know? Maybe I should call the series OP PSG, something like that. The team is OP, I get that. But as I said, you know, it's just about having fun with career mode, something that I would never really do. I mean, look at our defence for a start. We've got Hummels, we've got De Chilio, we've got Thiago Silva, we've got Digne as well, who's a top youngster, who was already at the club before I started off this career mode, I know. And then you see our midfield going after Cesc Fabregas. We've got Muller, we've got Lavezzi, and then our strike force, we've got Benzema, we've got Ibrahimovic, Cavani. Oh, it's fantastic. I know it's OP, but it was all about having fun. Simple as that, and seeing how many trophies I could win with such an OP team, if you will. So far, last season I won the league with PSG, and I also won the equivalent of the English FA Cup in France. So not too bad. It was unfortunate that I got knocked out in the Champions League, but we've got this season to see what we can do. I mean, I was spending the money. I was going absolutely crazy. Again, given over 100 million to spend, and the signings were just coming in from all angles. Chelsea had accepted my offer for Eden Hazard. I offered him a contract worth 150 grand per week. Crucial first team player, of course. I then went after David Luiz, who is actually signed for PSG in real life, if you didn't know that. I want to, in a way, get rid of Alex now from the team. He's at the age of 32, and I thought, well, I think David Luiz would be a good replacement for him. Plus, he can kind of play in that central defensive mid role if I decided to change the formation around. So just strengthening the team even further. We're just so OP at the moment. I mean, we've got Gundogan as well. How could I forget him in midfield? But Thomas Muller certainly is shining for this PSG side at the moment. And you'll see why in this fixture. We didn't have the best of starts. We lost against Lyon, as you saw at the start of this episode. That final score 2-1, and that was at home. I was well disappointed. But things certainly do pick up from this game against Lille. Lille, though, started off the game fantastic, looking sharp, very attack-minded. They almost opened up the scoring as well, if it wasn't for the linesman calling for offside. But that was kind of an incentive then to go and push forward and get that opening goal for PSG. Ibra laid Muller off for him to run in onto the ball. He even had time to take a touch, but no, I struck it first time. Keeper did manage to get a deflection on it slightly, but couldn't hold on to it, and it does go into the back of the net. And just look at that, a light touch there from Ibrahimovic, and the ball just swerves from left to right, and I think that may have put the goalkeeper off. Then we was attacking once again to try and extend our lead to 2. Lavezzi really should be doing much better there. Thomas Muller, though, great awareness, great vision, finding Lavezzi and just creating that opportunity for us to at least extend the lead. But again, Lavezzi should be doing so much better with a chance like that. The movement, the pace, everything was perfect for PSG in this game. It was fantastic. And just look at Cavani cutting on the inside. That damn linesman calling for offside, though. My intentions there were to hopefully hit the finesse shot and find that bottom corner and make it 2-0. But just before half-time, Thomas Muller again with another first-time shot got his goal, making it 2-0, getting his second goal of the game. He was on for his hat-trick, and with another 45 minutes to go, I was confident he was going to get it because he was just simply playing at the top of his game. Look at ter Stegen there with a crucial save for PSG. Otherwise, they would have made it 2-1, I think. And just look at the teamwork there between Cavani and Ibrahimovic. Just that 1-2, quick, snappy passing. Couldn't have asked for a better game from the PSG side. And one of the little players did go down injured. He had to go off, and I was happy about that because he was causing me a few problems. Even though you haven't seen it in the highlights, they weren't really highlight worthy, to be fair. But he was getting himself in those positions that I thought, you know, I think a bit later on in this game he's going to maybe get a goal against us. And they did. They made it 2-1, dragging a goal back. But after that, we made it 3-1, extending that lead once again, just putting it completely out of their reach. And Thomas Müller there doing the Gangnam style. He was loving it. He did get his hat-trick, and what a finish it was as well. On the volley and into the back of the net. Now Benzema, who came on to replace Ibrahimovic a bit later on in this game, who still hasn't scored his first goal for the club, set up this attack fantastically for Lavezzi. He was having a poor game in front of goal for PSG, to be fair. Lavezzi should have finished that because Benzema did so well to nutmeg the opposition, that centre-half, and just push it through. He was through one-on-one with the keeper. Should have made it 4-1, but I'm sure he'll pick himself up after that poor performance. Now, after that game, it was then the ultimate decision. Do I bring Hazard to PSG or do I reject it and let him stay at Chelsea? Of course, I accepted. I forked out 50 million in a part exchange deal for Jeremy Menez. So he makes that switch to Stamford Bridge, whilst in return we get Eden Hazard. So not too bad, considering that Chelsea were looking for 75 million for Hazard. We did all right there, I think. And then I offered David Luiz here a contract, which he accepted. He wants to make that move and follow his former teammate Eden Hazard to France. I was out of funds for this, but I just had to quickly head on over to the budget allocator and just mess around. I mean, wage budget was looking pretty good, so I just had to nudge it to the right and all will be set. David Luiz will be a PSG player. Now, that will be the last signing I make of the summer. Probably of January as well. I don't think I'll sign anyone unless I get a good offer for a player, maybe someone like Lavezzi. Who knows? And then I'll have to replace them. We'll just have to see. I did set Hazard's kit number to number 7, and David Luiz's, I left that at number 4. I think that's pretty good. I think they're good numbers for those two players. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, Barcelona accepted my counter offer for Pastore. I don't really see him in this team now, especially with Hazard coming in as a left winger. And let's not forget, I've got Lavezzi as well, and I can rotate those two players around, especially if Lavezzi puts in more poor performances like we saw at the start of this episode. If not, let's say Ibra or Cavani picks up an injury, I think Hazard can play on the right. If he can, I'll have to go and check that. If he can, then you know, I could play Lavezzi and Hazard at the same time. But anyway, our next game was against Stade Reims, and yes, you've already seen it. Eden Hazard got his debut goal for PSG, making it 1-0, and what a silly mistake. I'm just full of these mistakes, aren't I, on FIFA? I made one in my Swansea career towards the end, and that one there, almost made another with that pass, just trying to clear the danger. But going back to Hazard, what a brilliant player he is on FIFA. I mean, I've never actually used him before. I've had no urge, no need to play as Chelsea. So I've never actually used him. So this was kind of a first for me, and he goes and scores that goal. It was just so easy. He just skipped past players. He just glides across that grass. It's fantastic to see. I mean, you can see it here again in the second half as he tried to extend PSG's lead to 3 there. But he just made it. It just felt so easy actually using him on the PS4, and just look at the run he makes here now, just outbeating Glombard. He was trying to chase him down, trying to put him off the ball, and he did make it 3-1. He got his second goal of the game. I was thinking to myself, wow, what sign? He's going to be worth 50 million. He's worth more, and I'm so glad that I managed to get kind of a bargain for him. He almost got a hat-trick in the 82nd minute with that finesse shot. Keeper had it covered though. But a mistake made there, and I really thought this was Benzema's moment to shine, to get his first goal for the club, but the keeper came out to meet him and saved it. So the final score, 3-1, not too bad. Good to see our new signing Eden Hazard getting on the score sheet twice. And that, guys, will be the end of this episode. I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.